Nestled in Richardson's Bay, near the northern hinge of the Golden Gate, is a neighborhood that's a little different from the ones most of us live in. The houses are not built on cement foundations, but rather on barges, old boat hulls, and pontoons. These are the houseboats of Sausalito. Some are new, some are very old, and some are, well, unique. Tourists who visit Waldo Point Harbor may see these peacefully floating homes as a quaint way to live on San Francisco Bay. But beneath the serene surface is a major conflict. The controversy revolves around these houseboats and the people who live in them. For the past 2 years, a developer has been trying to implement a plan to upgrade these docks. Some people want that, some people don't. The feelings are strong on both sides, and last December, the controversy turned into violence.
Get in there! Get in! Get in! Get in! What's that?
The battle was between Marin County Sheriff's deputies and the Coast Guard on one side and some of the houseboaters and their supporters on the other. At issue, a pile driver sent in to start rebuilding the docks. That piece of equipment is a symbol for the Waterfront Protective Association, the WPA. The protesters eventually sank the pile driver, and it's still on the bottom of the channel, blocking boats from coming in or going out. It's more than a symbol to the construction company because it has stopped the project that would have replaced the 2 temporary docks used as moorings by nearly 100 boats. That makes WPA members happy because they're afraid redevelopment will not only destroy the look of their community, but also its spirit. It's a casual place with outdoor public showers, with people who sit nude and talk with their friends in the summer sun.
I think there's a need for any kind of community in this country to survive. It's becoming more and more of a rare thing to have a community where people interact all day long. It's almost like a Renaissance community. If you think of the old communities they had in, say, 15th century England. This is very like that. There's a barter economy here. There's a lot of interaction, a lot of cooperation.
Some of that interaction is not cooperation, though. A lot of it is confrontation. The WPA against the developer and a group of residents who want the new facilities. Sandy White says she and some of her friends are supporting redevelopment to protect the investments they've made in their boats. There is no place else where they can legally live on their boats in the Bay Area. She's also upset because many of her neighbors don't pay rent for their moorings. But free anchorage is only part of the problem. In 1968, the Marin County Board of Supervisors approved new building codes for houseboats. The law now says that boats must have proper utility hookups, including sewage systems. A lot of the boats don't have them, and raw waste is dumped into the bay. The new construction plans include sewer, electrical, and gas connections, but they've been scuttled for now by the sunken pile driver.
The development has been held up. We are sitting here like sitting ducks. Many of us have been threatened. The docks are not being built. We can't get fire insurance. We're living with unsafe utilities, with unsafe electric lines, with unsafe gas lines, with gas lines and water lines that break on the average of once every 2 or 3 weeks. Many of the boats are trapped and cannot get out for their annual maintenance, and it's a horror story.
White and her friends hope their nightmare will turn into a dream come true, that Waldo Point will be more like its next-door neighbor, Kappas Marina. With its tree-lined shore, well-kept boats, and neat appearance, Kappas looks more like a row of seaside cottages than a floating neighborhood. Peggy Shaw and the WPA want to avoid that. They want to see the floating and not-so-floating boats remain as they are. Change seems inevitable. Courts have upheld the builders' right to develop the area. But when that change will come is not certain. Even Shaw admits that sooner or later, her group will get tired of the fight and move on. Doug McAllister, News 8, Richardson's Bay.